Joy-Anna Duggar, a well-known member of the Duggar family from TLC's *19 Kids and Counting*, has always been somewhat enigmatic in her public persona. While she often shares snippets of her life as a mother, wife, and entrepreneur on social media, there is an underlying complexity to how she navigates her relationship with her famously large and deeply religious clan. In recent posts, Joy-Anna has subtly hinted at tensions within the family dynamic, leaving fans speculating about whether she feels overshadowed or undervalued by her siblings and parents. This exploration delves into these implications, examining not only what might be driving this narrative, but also its broader significance for both Joy-Anna and the Duggars as a whole. The Duggar family rose to fame through their reality TV show, which showcased their unique lifestyle rooted in conservative Christian values. With 19 children, Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar became symbols of faith-based living, emphasizing modesty, discipline, and devotion. Each child was groomed to uphold these principles while pursuing individual paths under the watchful eye of their parents. Over time, however, cracks began to form in the seemingly idyllic facade. Scandals involving some members of the family, most notably Josh Duggar's legal troubles, cast a shadow over their once pristine image. For Joy-Anna, who has often stayed out of the limelight compared to her more outspoken siblings like Jill or Jessa, finding her place amidst such turbulence must have posed significant challenges. In her latest Instagram post, Joy-Anna shared a photo of herself with her husband, Austin Forsyth, and their children. The caption read, "Finding joy in the little things every day." At first glance, it appears innocuous, a typical sentiment expressed by many parents online. However, when juxtaposed against other posts from her family members, certain nuances emerge. Unlike her sisters, who frequently document elaborate vacations, milestone achievements, or glamorous photo shoots, Joy-Anna's content tends to focus on quieter moments, baking cookies with her kids, tending to her garden, or enjoying simple outings. Some observers interpret this contrast as evidence that Joy-Anna feels overshadowed or excluded from the spotlight that seems to favor others in the family. This perception isn't entirely unfounded. Historically, Joy-Anna hasn't commanded the same level of attention as her older siblings. Jill, for instance, gained recognition early on due to her role as the eldest daughter, while Jessa capitalized on her charisma and entrepreneurial ventures. Even younger siblings like Jinger have carved out distinct identities, thanks in part to their willingness to embrace change and challenge traditional norms. By comparison, Joy-Anna's presence feels understated, almost deliberately so. Her decision to step back could stem from a desire for privacy, yet it may also reflect a deeper struggle to assert her independence without alienating her family. Moreover, Joy-Anna's choice of words in her captions often carries subtle undertones. Phrases like "finding joy" or "grateful for the blessings" suggest resilience in the face of adversity, though they stop short of explicitly addressing any conflicts. It's possible that she uses these carefully crafted messages to communicate feelings of marginalization without directly confronting them. After all, speaking openly about familial discord would likely go against the grain of the unity and harmony the Duggars strive to project publicly. Instead, Joy-Anna opts for coded language, allowing astute followers to piece together the subtext. Another factor worth considering is the evolving dynamics within the Duggar household itself. As the children grow older and start families of their own, differences in priorities and beliefs naturally arise. Some siblings, like Jinger, have openly discussed breaking away from certain aspects of their upbringing, advocating for greater autonomy and self-expression. Others remain firmly entrenched in the traditions instilled by their parents. Where Joy-Anna falls on this spectrum remains ambiguous. On one hand, she adheres closely to the family's core tenets, raising her children in a similarly structured environment. On the other hand, her subdued approach to social media suggests a longing for something beyond the confines of her inherited legacy. It's important to note that Joy-Anna's experiences are shaped not just by her immediate family, but also by the broader cultural context surrounding the Duggars. Their rise to fame coincided with heightened scrutiny of conservative Christian lifestyles, particularly those perceived as extreme or rigid. Critics often question the sustainability of such practices, pointing to instances where individuals feel stifled or constrained by unyielding expectations. For someone like Joy-Anna, navigating this delicate balance between loyalty to her roots and personal fulfillment can be daunting. Additionally, societal shifts toward inclusivity and diversity further complicate matters. Younger generations increasingly reject rigid gender roles and authoritarian parenting styles, favoring instead models that emphasize mutual respect and emotional intelligence. Joy-Anna, having grown up in a household defined by strict hierarchies and prescribed behaviors, might find herself grappling with conflicting impulses. Does she honor the lessons imparted by her parents, even if they clash with modern sensibilities, or does she forge her own path, risking estrangement in the process? Her husband, Austin Forsyth, adds another layer to this equation. As an outsider to the Duggar family, he brings perspectives that differ from those ingrained in Joy-Anna since childhood. Together, they navigate the intersection of two worlds, one steeped in tradition, the other influenced by contemporary ideals. Their partnership likely serves as both a source of strength and tension, pushing Joy-Anna to reconcile disparate elements of her identity. Returning to her latest post, one cannot ignore the visual symbolism embedded in the image itself. Joy-Anna stands surrounded by her loved ones, exuding warmth and contentment. Yet, upon closer inspection, there's a palpable sense of introspection, a quiet acknowledgement of the complexities lurking beneath the surface. The absence of overt displays of wealth or status speaks volumes, signaling a deliberate departure from the materialistic tendencies exhibited by some of her siblings. Perhaps this minimalism reflects Joy-Anna's attempt to carve out a space uniquely hers, free from comparisons or competition. Ultimately, whether intentional or subconscious, Joy-Anna's shading of her family in her latest post invites reflection on themes of belonging, authenticity, and resilience. She embodies the universal struggle to define oneself within the framework of inherited expectations, striving to honor her past while embracing the possibilities of the future. For fans and critics alike, her journey serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate interplay between individuality and community, tradition and progress. As discussions around her post continue to unfold, one thing becomes clear: Joy-Anna Duggar occupies a fascinating position within the Duggar narrative. Whether viewed as a reluctant participant, a silent rebel, or simply a devoted mother charting her course, she embodies the multifaceted nature of human experience. And in doing so, she challenges us to consider our own relationships with family, faith, and the ever-evolving landscapes we inhabit. Amy Duggar, a well-known member of the Duggar family from the reality TV show *19 Kids and Counting*, recently took to social media to ask for prayers as she faces what she describes as a potentially life-threatening medical scare. The news has sparked concern among her fans and followers, many of whom have rallied around her with messages of support and encouragement. While details about her condition remain scarce, Amy's heartfelt plea highlights not only her vulnerability, but also her deep faith and reliance on prayer during difficult times. For years, Amy Duggar has been in the public eye as part of one of America's most famous families. Known for their conservative Christian values, large family size, and unique lifestyle, the Duggars captured the attention of millions through their television appearances. Amy, who is married to Josh Duggar, the eldest son of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, has often found herself at the center of both admiration and controversy. Despite this, she has maintained a relatively low profile compared to other members of her family, focusing instead on her role as a wife, mother, and advocate for her beliefs. The recent announcement about her health struggle came unexpectedly, catching many off guard. In her post, Amy shared that she was facing serious health challenges that could pose significant risks to her well-being. Though she did not disclose specific details about her diagnosis or prognosis, she emphasized the gravity of the situation by describing it as potentially life-threatening. This revelation left her audience grappling with concern while also prompting an outpouring of love and spiritual support. Amy's request for prayers underscores the importance of faith in her life. As someone raised in a devoutly religious household, she has always leaned heavily on her relationship with God during challenging moments. Her appeal for prayer reflects more than just a desperate cry for help. It speaks volumes about how integral spirituality is to her coping mechanisms. For Amy, prayer serves as both a source of strength and a way to connect with others who share her beliefs. It allows her to feel supported by a community that transcends physical boundaries and offers comfort in knowing she is surrounded by people lifting her up spiritually. Her decision to go public with her medical scare demonstrates another layer of her character: transparency. By sharing her struggles openly, Amy invites her followers into her world, fostering a sense of connection and empathy. This move aligns with the broader trend among public figures using social media platforms to communicate directly with their audiences. Rather than relying solely on traditional media outlets or keeping personal matters private, Amy chose to address the issue head-on, allowing those closest to her, and even strangers, to be part of her journey. The response to Amy's post has been overwhelmingly positive. Thousands of comments poured in within hours, each filled with words of encouragement, Bible verses, and promises of prayer. Many expressed shock and sadness upon learning of her predicament, while others praised her courage for speaking out despite the uncertainty surrounding her condition. Some shared their own stories of overcoming health crises, offering hope and solidarity. The collective sentiment was clear: Amy is not alone in this fight. This overwhelming reaction speaks to the impact Amy has had on her audience over the years. Even though she stepped away from the limelight after leaving *19 Kids and Counting*, her presence continues to resonate with fans. People admire her resilience, authenticity, and unwavering commitment to her values. Her willingness to open up about such a sensitive topic further cements her reputation as someone who prioritizes honesty and vulnerability. However, Amy's disclosure also raises questions about privacy and the pressures faced by individuals in the public eye. While some may argue that sharing personal struggles can provide relief and foster a sense of community, others might view it as unnecessary exposure. Critics could point out that discussing health issues publicly invites scrutiny and speculation, especially when details are limited. Yet, for Amy, the benefits seem to outweigh the risks. By asking for prayers, she creates a space where her faith intersects with her need for emotional and spiritual support, reinforcing the idea that she views her audience as an extended family. Beyond the immediate reactions, Amy's announcement sheds light on the universal experience of navigating health challenges. Illnesses, whether minor or severe, have a way of reminding us of our fragility and humanity. They force us to confront fears we may otherwise avoid and compel us to seek solace in whatever form it takes, be it prayer, meditation, or leaning on loved ones. For Amy, her faith provides a foundation upon which she can build hope and resilience. Her story serves as a reminder that no matter how strong we appear on the outside, everyone faces moments of doubt and fear. It's worth noting that Amy's plight comes at a time when mental and physical health awareness is increasingly prioritized in society. Conversations about wellness, self-care, and seeking help are becoming more normalized, breaking down stigmas that once prevented people from speaking openly about their struggles. Amy's choice to share her medical scare aligns with this cultural shift, encouraging others to prioritize their health and reach out for support when needed. Looking ahead, the outcome of Amy's health scare remains uncertain. What is certain, however, is the profound impact her story has already had on those who follow her. Her bravery in sharing her vulnerability reminds us of the power of authenticity and the importance of leaning on others during tough times. Whether she ultimately recovers fully or faces ongoing challenges, Amy's journey will undoubtedly inspire countless individuals to reflect on their own lives and relationships. In conclusion, Amy Duggar's recent plea for prayers amid a potentially life-threatening medical scare has touched the hearts of many. Through her openness and reliance on faith, she has demonstrated remarkable strength and grace under pressure. Her story serves as a testament to the enduring power of community, spirituality, and hope in the face of adversity. As she navigates this challenging chapter, Amy can take comfort in knowing that she is surrounded by an army of supporters who are praying for her recovery and wishing her nothing but the best. Whatever the future holds, her courage and transparency will continue to leave a lasting impression on all who hear her story. Michelle Duggar, the matriarch of the well-known Duggar family from TLC's *19 Kids and Counting*, has remained in California following the birth of her newest grandchild. The occasion marks another joyful chapter for the tight-knit clan, as Duggar Vuolo and her husband Jeremy welcomed their second child, a baby boy, into the world. While such events are typically celebrated with a flurry of activity among family members, this time around, Michelle's extended stay in California offers an intriguing glimpse into how life continues to evolve for the Duggars. The Duggar family is renowned not only for their large size, but also for their unwavering commitment to supporting one another through every major milestone. From weddings to births, it's rare to find a significant event that doesn't bring the entire family together. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar have long prioritized fostering strong familial bonds, often traveling across states or even countries to be present during pivotal moments in their children's lives. When news broke about Duggar giving birth to her second child, speculation naturally arose about whether Michelle would make the trip to California to support her daughter. Given her history of involvement in similar occasions, many assumed she would arrive promptly after the delivery. However, what unfolded instead was something unexpected. Michelle stayed behind in California longer than anticipated, signaling perhaps a deeper connection forming between grandmother and grandchildren, or simply reflecting the realities of modern parenting dynamics within the family. For Michelle, being a grandmother has taken on new dimensions over the years. With 19 children, she now boasts a growing brood of grandchildren, who each hold a special place in her heart. Her role isn't just limited to doting affection. She actively participates in caregiving, offering advice, sharing wisdom, and lending emotional support whenever needed. This hands-on approach underscores why Michelle might choose to linger in California beyond the immediate postpartum period. It allows her to deepen her relationship with both Duggar's newborn son and his older sister Felicity. Duggar herself has spoken openly about the challenges and joys of motherhood, particularly balancing faith-based values with contemporary parenting methods. Having Michelle nearby provides invaluable guidance, while ensuring continuity in the traditions passed down through generations of Duggars. Whether it's helping establish routines, assisting with nighttime feedings, or simply enjoying quiet moments cradling her grandson, Michelle's presence serves multiple purposes beyond mere companionship. While the Duggars' roots remain firmly planted in Arkansas, where they've built a sprawling compound designed to accommodate their ever-expanding household, several branches of the family tree have begun spreading out geographically. Duggar's relocation to California alongside Jeremy represents one such shift, introducing unique opportunities and occasional logistical hurdles for maintaining close ties with loved ones back home. California offers a stark contrast to the rural lifestyle synonymous with the Duggars' upbringing. Its diverse culture, bustling cities, and varied landscapes provide fresh experiences for those willing to embrace change. For Michelle, Spending extended periods away from familiar surroundings may initially feel disorienting, yet it also affords chances to explore different perspectives and appreciate alternative ways of living. Perhaps part of her decision to extend her visit stems from curiosity about these differences, coupled with genuine excitement at watching her grandchildren grow up amidst novel environments. Moreover, staying put temporarily enables Michelle to assist Duggar more comprehensively without worrying about frequent travel disruptions. Parenting young children demands constant attention and energy, especially when juggling responsibilities like homeschooling, a practice deeply ingrained in Duggar tradition. By remaining accessible, Michelle ensures she can step in seamlessly whenever required, thereby easing some burdens off Duggar and Jeremy's shoulders. One cannot overlook the symbolic significance of Michelle lingering in California during this particular juncture. As society evolves rapidly, families face increasing pressure to adapt while preserving core identities. Within the context of the Duggars, navigating these shifts involves striking delicate balances between adhering to cherished customs and embracing progressive ideas. Michelle embodies this tension perfectly. On one hand, she champions timeless principles rooted in faith, modesty, and service, all hallmarks of the Duggar ethos. On the other hand, she recognizes the importance of flexibility and open-mindedness, traits essential for nurturing harmonious relationships across generational divides. Her willingness to immerse herself fully in Duggar's Californian reality demonstrates adaptability rarely associated with public perceptions of ultra-conservative households. By doing so, Michelle bridges gaps that might otherwise widen due to geographical distance or ideological disparities. She models behaviors conducive to mutual understanding, encouraging dialogue rather than judgment. This proactive stance fosters unity despite divergent paths chosen by individual family members, reinforcing the notion that love transcends superficial distinctions. As Michelle spends quality time with her latest grandchild, reflections on her own journey as a mother inevitably surface. Raising 19 kids under any circumstances constitutes a monumental feat, requiring immense patience, resilience, and sacrifice. Yet throughout it all, Michelle maintained grace under pressure, instilling virtues she hoped would guide her offspring toward fulfilling lives aligned with their beliefs. Now, witnessing her daughters embark upon parenthood journeys of their own evokes mixed emotions. Pride undoubtedly dominates, accompanied by nostalgia for days gone by when toddlers filled her home with laughter and chaos. Simultaneously, concern lingers regarding uncertainties inherent in raising future generations amid shifting societal norms. Will cherished legacies endure? Can age-old teachings withstand scrutiny posed by modern sensibilities? These questions weigh heavily on Michelle's mind, prompting introspection about legacy building. Every interaction with her grandchildren becomes imbued with purpose, aiming not merely to entertain, but to impart lessons destined to shape character development. Each cuddle shared, story read aloud, or prayer whispered carries weight far exceeding surface-level gestures. They represent investments in perpetuating enduring values cherished by the Duggar name. Though no concrete timeline exists detailing precisely how long Michelle intends to remain in California, indications suggest she plans to savor every moment possible before returning to Arkansas. Until then, she relishes playing active roles in her grandson's formative weeks, cherishing memories created alongside Duggar and Jeremy. Ultimately, Michelle's decision highlights universal truths applicable regardless of background or belief system. Family matters most. Love conquers all obstacles, whether physical distances separating loved ones or philosophical disagreements threatening cohesion. And finally, embracing change needn't equate abandoning heritage. It can mean enriching legacies by integrating newfound insights gleaned along life's winding roads. In essence, Michelle Duggar's prolonged sojourn in California encapsulates much more than mere proximity to a newborn grandchild. It symbolizes adaptability, devotion, and hope intertwined within the fabric of a remarkable family saga, still unfolding before our eyes.